Today on Rock and Blues Review, we are happy to introduce to many North Americans Dom Martin, who is a multi-award-winning Irish guitarist, often compared to the legendary rock blues artist Rory Gallagher and Gary Moore. Welcome, Dom Martin.
How you doing? Thanks for having me on the show.
Oh, thanks for doing it. Now,
My pleasure.
those are some mighty big shoes to fill.
Well, do you know what? Like the way I kind of look at it now is, I mean, I never wanted the comparisons to begin with. It was never anything. I'm never trying to like emulate Rory or anything like that. But there's a lot of people that I would not like to be compared to.
Yes.
So being compared to Rory and like Gary Moore is that's a privilege. That's a pleasure of mine. I used to kind of shun it, but I kind of like it now.
Yeah, I can understand where, you don't want to be labeled as somebody else, but you certainly have your own style, playing and your voice. Your voice is
Thank you.
is yours for sure. It
Thank
sounds
you.
it sounds fantastic. And I think maybe Ireland was just looking for uh somebody to fill that terrible void. I mean, those
You know,
guys.
Yeah, I think you're right in a way. Like definitely at the same time, I think that we're trying to figure out a way to kind of explain me to other people. Like how do you? Because it's not kind of it's genre hopping in a way. It's not all blues or rock. It's a mix of all sorts of crazy stuff. And so to kind of define it is it's just easier to say oh he's like Rory Gallagher or he's like
Yeah.
Gary Moore. It takes the kind of sting out of having to write your own independent thought about what it is. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's exactly why I included it. Because people over here are going to say, well, who is this guy if they haven't
Yeah.
seen it? So I thought, well, I don't want to dwell on it, but for sure that helps. And and
Yeah.
and, and that happens with everybody I talk to. If there's somebody new.
Yeah, I think you're right. Absolutely. And yeah, like I say, it's a pleasure. It's an absolute pleasure. Like I grew up listening to Rory. He's been a massive influence on me. I would not be the guitar player or musician that I am today without his influence. Even though I never met him, but his music kind of guided me, a lot in my earlier years. Um, and I'm so thankful to still have that music. Like I still listen to the same songs every day almost. You know what I mean? It's still Rory and loads of Bob Dylan and Neil Young and obscure stuff like Lambert and Liddycoat and just weird out there kind of things. I like to try and find the obscure stuff that people have written. Like I'm still finding Rory songs that I didn't know existed, which is kind of weird. Because when you listen to somebody that long, I think you just pick your best songs and you forget about the rest of it. And then sometimes you go back and you listen to other songs and you're like, fuck, I never even heard of that song before. That's class. Let's try and learn it or something. And through that, you kind of learn how to be better on the instrument yourself.
Yeah. Well,
That's
I
what I
think
take
that
from it.
it, there's no doubt that you would be better at finding those than the average person because the average person doesn't usually look past the top 40 lists. And,
Yeah.
and I find that all the great people I like, there's always stuff that nobody ever heard of that is, for me, far better.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm with you 100%.
But we've got to give credit to the Irish fans because, they chose in a poll Rory as the most influential music artist over some more pop mainstream guys. So good for them.
Yeah. You got to thank them for that. I mean, none of us would be anywhere without that audience. And I mean, I say it at all my gigs as well. It's not about the people that they're on the stage. It's not about the musicians. It's always been about the people that go to the shows. So I always try and thank the audience in that way, because without them coming to these shows, there'd be none of this for us. And I think most of us love doing it. It's a great outlet. It's like therapy for me, and I'd be lost without it. I think even if it doesn't matter where I'm playing, it could be some dingy wee bar in a city somewhere that nobody even is at. I just love to play. Like
Right.
even before this interview, I'm just sitting here, kind of, just playing away, just whatever spare time I get. I'm playing a guitar. I love it. I absolutely love it.
Well, that's the main thing for sure. And
Yeah.
I just have to say that I have a friend over here from Ireland, Philippa Cunningham, who knew Rory really well. They were really good friends, and she loves your stuff too.
Oh, that's brilliant. Tell her I said thank you and hi from Germany.
I will. I just also like to mention that you did a 50th anniversary tribute to him that was fantastic. It was, it
Thank you.
was,
You know
it
that
was,
was that the Juice album?
yeah. I
We
said,
had 2 weeks to rehearse that.
yeah.
We
Wow.
had 2 weeks. Universal got in touch with us and they were like, we're releasing this 50th anniversary of Rory's second album. We'd love you to do a version of the album. And I was like, well, it's 2 weeks away. Like, I don't really, I mean, 2 months maybe would have done it, you know?
Yeah.
For me personally, I would have liked a bit more time. I knew a couple of the songs, but I'd never played In Your Town before in my life.
Right.
I'd never played There's a Light before in my life. Um, a lot of them songs were just kind of off the cuff. I'd never played Crest of a Wave before, that day, and songs like that. And it was just kind of, you're looking at the bass player and the drummer, which was Dave and Lawrence at the time, and you're just kind of going, I hope you're going to get this change that's coming up, or I hope you're going to go with me on this bit that we haven't rehearsed, or whatever is going on. And it was very rough and ready, but it kind of felt a bit like Rory would have done it himself anyway. Like Rory kept the mistakes, and it was all one takes, and it was all live recordings on the albums anyway. So in that regard, I feel that it was good enough. And we had a lot of fun doing it. Like, but at the same time, I don't. It's hard to watch it sometimes. You know what I mean?
Ah.
If you want to go back and relearn one of the songs or something for live shows today, um, you're like, oh fuck, I could have done that a lot better,
Mm.
or I could have. I wish I'd known now what I know back then. You know what I mean? It's that whole dilemma. But I guess as the musician, you only hear your own mistakes, and you have to try and get rid of that,
For
whatever
sure.
it is. You got to try and delete that from your mind.
Yeah. Because someone like me watching it on YouTube, I thought it was fantastic. Very well
Thank
done.
Thank you. It means a lot. It means a hell of a lot. Thank you, man.
You seem to be uh, really comfortable in your own skin. So does the pressure of that kind of thing bother you, or you just go with the
No,
flow?
it used to a lot. Like, I don't think I was ready to do a lot of stuff whenever I started touring. I don't think I was ready to start touring, um, and doing bigger shows and tours, and going on boats and doing all sorts of, I don't know, crazy stuff like that. Big gigs, big shows. I just don't think that I was ready for it all. Do you know what I mean? I wasn't in a good place. Like, I wasn't good, and that kind of showed up in the playing in a wee bit. And if I didn't play, if I don't feel like I played well, I kind of feel like I let everybody else down, and that was like doubling the effect of how I felt already. Do you know what I mean? So it was kind of like this. It was an internal kind of battle for a long time, but now it's kind of, the pressure is not as bad. I don't beat myself up anymore for mistakes and stuff like that, and bad shows. Everybody has them. And I think I'm in a much better place now to just enjoy the music life. There's no pressure. Like, I have no visions of grandeur. I don't have that many deadlines. And, the business side is kind of taken out of it now, which is nice. And I'm just focusing on just playing and doing shows. I don't want to be a household name. I'm not looking to be a millionaire. I don't need a lot to survive. As long as my kids are fed and I've got a roof over my head, like, and I can do that with this music thing, I'm happy. Like, you know what I mean? There's
Right.
not a lot to ask in that, and I love to play. So yeah, it's I think it's achievable, but I think you have to put your peace and you have to guard your peace, no matter what. You have to put that first. And if your peace means not making it in the music business, then so be it. It's just the way it is.
I don't think that's going to be a problem for you. And let me offer this. Let me offer this. You're everything I've read, everything I've seen, everything I, watched on YouTube tells me that, your sincerity and passion for this stuff is so genuine and infectious that nobody's going to care if you make a mistake.
Yeah, yeah, I
They
don't think so.
they're going
Yeah,
to want to be there because you're there, and that's it.
I hope so. And thank you for saying that. It means a lot to me to hear you say that. And I hope it comes across as that for a lot of people, because it is sincere. It is sincere music, and I care an awful lot about it and how it sounds and how it's perceived, and how it's even recorded now. The first two albums I made, I didn't really know what I was doing. Again, going back to this, I wasn't ready to do this thing. Those first two, I was like, I have no idea how to record an album. I don't know what this does or that does. And I give a lot of people freedom to kind of just do things on that album that I didn't necessarily know about or want, really. But it all turned out pretty good.
Hmm.
Not dissing it, not saying it's bad or good. It's just different. The third album was, I had a much more hands on approach. in the studio. I was much more engaged in everything that was going on. I was in a better place mentally, physically. I could sing good, and we just had a bit more time to work in the studio and get it all kind of done. And I had great musicians with me, like, which makes all the difference. And it was in a place in Ireland. There was no phone reception, that you couldn't phone people, or there was no distractions like internet and stuff like that. It was just like, I remember Chris, one of the producers, saying that whenever you listen back to this album, you'll feel the room and you'll see the room that you've made the album in. And he was 100% right,
Yeah.
because it was so focused on everything in that room. It was like when I listened to some of those songs, like the version of Crazy, the old Patsy Cline kind of Willie Nelson song that we did on that album. Like, I can feel the room, I can feel the vibe of the room that we were in when we recorded it. And it's so good to have that memory, of a recording process after making two albums that you don't really think was your best, like, in your capabilities. So I'm loving the recording now, and I'm really I'm really looking forward to recording another album, because I feel like I know what I'm doing now, which will be
And
good.
you've got four studio albums and two live.
I've got three studios and two live. Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
yeah. So far.
Yeah. Well, well, it seems like you're doing things right because you got your wild rock and roll lifestyle out of the way when you were young,
Yeah,
instead of bringing it on with the pitfalls that come with stardom.
definitely. I think I outgrew it a lot. A lot of things like drinking and drugs and all that stuff. I just I just didn't want to do it anymore. I just there was no want or will or drive to drink or do anything apart from just play music and just be the best you can be. Just be the best kind of version of yourself that you can be. And I mean, it took a long, it took a fucking long time to get there. Um, and to stop, everything. Like, it took me 6 months just to be able to walk properly after I stopped drinking. You know what I mean?
Really?
I was so far gone. It was like, and I was in Amsterdam when I had my last drink. The next day I was doing a solo tour. Next day I was in Luxembourg. I woke up in Amsterdam that morning, and I just was like, I'm never having a drink again. I'm done. I just went cold turkey. I didn't talk to anybody about it. I didn't go to AA. I had
Yeah.
no support.
Yeah.
It was just completely by myself, and I'm not drinking. And of course, nobody believes you. They're all like, "Oh yeah, sure, Dom, whatever." Yeah, you said that last week. You know what I mean?
I
And
believe you.
yeah, I never. I was. That was. I don't keep count of how many years ago it was, but it was a good 6 or 7 years ago now. Maybe 6 years ago now. But I remember going to Luxembourg that morning, and I just couldn't function. Nothing felt real. You know what I mean? I couldn't hardly play. I could hardly sing. I felt awful. I went straight to bed. And the next night, yeah, we'd have a couple of shows left. And then we finally got back to the UK, and the whole world just stopped. COVID hit.
Right.
And we just got back I got back home a day before it all went to shit.
Yeah.
So I was very lucky to even just get home. And yeah, the next like 6 months after that, like, I just couldn't function at all. I was so far gone. Like, I thought I was done. I thought, this is it. This is the way I have to live now. Like, not being able to, like, talk properly or walk properly. And the functioning, write my own name and stuff. Like, I was struggling with whatever the hell was going on up in my brain. But luckily I got through it pretty much unhurt. And I don't know, 29, 20, 28 or 29 at the time.
Right.
I'm 35 now, and well, so far I've no repercussions from the damage I've done in my younger years. So that's a plus for me.
Well,
It's a disease.
congratulations. Yeah, congratulations on that, and
Thank you.
fantastic. Things certainly seem to look like they're going your way now, for sure.
Well, every day above ground's a good day, and I'm very grateful just to be alive in the era that we're in.
Uh, and just let me be clear, you have not been to North America, right?
I haven't been to North America. I went to Omaha, Nebraska, and from there I made
That
it.
doesn't count.
It doesn't, does it? No, I didn't think so.
No.
It's such a big country. Like, you don't realize until you get there how big that country is and how
Right.
far you have to travel to get to the next city. It was insane. Like, I couldn't believe it. We drove from Omaha to Chicago, and we played Buddy Guy's Legends. I got
Ah,
the buddy guy and stuff like that. He was a lovely guy. Like, that was good fun. Got to
ah,
play the
cool.
Irish Heritage Center in Chicago as well, which was great.
Oh, okay.
Cedar Rapids was good fun. We went to the town called Cedar Rapids in Iowa, and it's just a wee small kind of dusty town, but it was beautiful. It was so picturesque. Like, I just, whenever the gig was over, the guys went to the bar, and I just went to our Airbnb. I sat on a porch and just listened to V8 engines going by and trains going by, and I just kind of listened to some Ray LaMontagne in the earphones, and
Hmm,
I could have just stayed there.
nice.
I could have just, fuck everything else. I just want to stay here for a little while, book this Airbnb for a month or two, and I'm just going to sit right here and just do nothing. I'm just going to listen to some music and just sit here and think. I got to get back there
Oh,
someday.
we got to get you into Canada.
Yeah, I'd love to go. We've been talking about Canada for the past three years, maybe, and nothing ever materialized. From I wasn't part of any of the talks or anything, but nothing ever really materialized from it. So I'd like to give it a wee shot myself and see what I can do. And try and do something. Anything just
Oh,
for
yeah.
the fun
We,
of it.
there was a young group in Wasaga Beach Blues Festival last year from Ireland, a couple of young guys. I only got to speak to them briefly, but
Yeah.
there's a bunch of good festivals. It would certainly do well to have you. And I have to say too that you were guesting with one of my favorites last year, Robin Trower.
Oh yeah.
I love
Oh
him.
man. I could tell you a story about Robin Trower. Oh my God, I couldn't believe it. It blew my mind.
I hope they're good ones.
This one goes back to the This one goes back to the early 2000s. This is 2005 or 2006. I was about 16, and I got this job in a bar, right? And on Wednesday, I tell this at my gigs before I play Alethea, which is a Robin Trower song. Um, Down at the back of the bar, there's like this. It's way down the back, out of the building, like, and with the kegs of beer get rolled down and into the storehouse and all that. And on Wednesday mornings, this recycling would be done, and I'd go down and do it. It's like, taking clear bottles and separating clear bottles from green bottles and putting them in various different barrels and all this shit. It's a fucking awful job, like, but I loved it because I was a kid, and they left you alone, so you could go down the back and smoke and play guitar and pretend to work, and it was good fun for me because I just kind of didn't really do much. And this guy turned up. He was like the perfect stranger. I'd never met him before. I never seen him after either, and he had an MP3 player, and he gave it to me because he seen that I was doing this shitty work, doing the emptying glass bottles and all this shit. So he was like, "Here, I've got this for you," and he gave me it, and then he just disappeared. Never seen him again. But it had everything on it that it was as if he had like followed me my entire life up to that point, listened to every song I ever listened to and picked out my favorites and put them on this MP3 player and gave it to me that day, and then just disappeared. He was the perfect stranger. And then there was a song came on, this thing, and it was like a live recording of Alethea by Robin Trower, and it was as if he had been there. The guy, the stranger, as if he was there with a microphone just recording it from that show because the
Hmm.
quality was so bad, but it sounded great
Yep.
because I kind of love that lo-fi thing.
Yep.
And for 25 years, I've been going around asking everybody because there's no like screen on the MP3 player. It doesn't
Right.
tell you who's playing the songs. They just come and go, and it's a mix of all sorts of stuff. It everything: Led Zeppelin, Bob Dylan, all my favorite stuff, like Pink Floyd, tons of Pink Floyd, which I was really into. And I've been going around for 25 years asking everybody who wrote this song. Like, where does this song come from? What the fuck is this? Like, I need to know who wrote it. I need to know what it is. And so I toured with Robin Trower, right? And about a week after I get home, I finally figured out that it was him that wrote Alethea. I never got to thank him. I
Yeah.
never got to say thanks for the song. In fucking 25 years, the song haunted me. And so I play it. It's in the set. It's in the set now, and I
Oh, nice.
do a little tribute to him. Like, it's a great song. It's such a
Yeah.
great. It's like a 3 minute song, but it's so much fun.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, I love his stuff. But good for you, and I'm sure you guys will cross paths again.
I hope so. I hope
You
so.
you've talked about it often about you don't mind playing the clubs and pubs and you'd be happy there, but are you getting used to the bigger stages now, the bigger
I don't.
shows?
To be honest with you, like, I don't really see a difference between a big, massive stage or a little tiny corner. It doesn't. I think it used to have more an effect on me. Maybe when I toured with Eric Gales, The
Mm,
stages were pretty big. You know, there were bigger venues than I had been playing in the UK at that time, and well, some of them were. And I feel like I had this freedom to just run about the place. You know what I mean? Like just grab the guitar and you have this. It was a three-piece band. It's me and my two mates just get on the stage and play. You know, and we had all this space on some of these stages. So I just started. I enjoyed it. I used as much space as I could, you know, to get here and go to that side of the stage and wave to this guy and go way over there and try and get behind the drum kit and all that, you know, and just use as much space as I possibly could. And I love that aspect of it. Like it does something to the performance. That's the biggest thing I would say about that I can find from it all. It changes the performance in a way that's neither positive or negative, but it's just different. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But I
But you're
don't really see a bigger stage. You know, I don't see much of a difference between any particular size. You know,
yeah. But you're so good at acoustic and electric.
I love acoustic. Like I only picked up the electric maybe 7 years ago, eight
Yeah,
8 years ago, and it's been a really steep learning curve because I was never really didn't really want to do it. I love listening to electric guitar. I never really wanted to play lead and do all that stuff. You know, I love playing acoustic. Acoustic's where my heart really lies, and doing the band thing was only really out of necessity because a couple of venues wouldn't hire a
right.
solo artist. They wanted a band. And out of that kind of was where it kind of all came from, you know, just necessity really. Otherwise I wouldn't have bothered. Look, it's a pain in the arse. It's an absolute pain in the hole. It is absolutely a pain in the hole. Um, if I could never play a band gig again, I'd certainly do that. It
Really?
would be a lot easier for me. But here we are. Here we are. And I do enjoy it. I have to say, when it all works and everybody's kind of, you know, doing their job and you know, it depends who you're with. It really depends. For me, it depends who's on the stage with you and what mood they're in, you know, who they've turned up to be
Right,
that day and, you
right,
know, what's going on in their lives, you know, and, you know, it's, there's a lot of personalities in a band, I think. And,
right.
it's hard to keep everybody okay at times.
You've
Um,
done the sorry,
no, no, you're good. You're good. Go ahead.
you've done the Bonamassa cruise, and
Yeah, that was great
I
fun.
have been fortunate enough to interview him in the past. So, what was that like, and how did it come about?
I stayed in my room most of the time because I was so fucking. I was so anxious. It wasn't the fact that we were on a cruise or any of that bollocks. Like it was just, I just, I, I just wasn't feeling well. Do you know what I mean? I wasn't good. I wasn't in a good, I wasn't in a good mood or something. I just wanted to be left alone at that time. I wasn't. I didn't want to socialize. My managers had me in tears on that boat, like as well, because I just wanted to kind of shy away from everything. And
Hmm,
they were like, "You need to fucking, you know, get out there and fucking talk to people or something, do something." You know what I mean? And I was like, right. So I grabbed my guitar and I just kind of walked around the boat and got pictures of people and, you know, let them play it and stuff like that. And
sure.
told them to come to the show and all that kind of stuff. And it worked, you know, that we filled out we did a Rory Gallagher tribute on that boat and it was packed. Like it was great fun, you know. Um, I loved it for the greasy and sunshine. We don't get much of that in Ireland, you
Mm,
know what I mean?
right.
So I love that sunshine. But apart from that, like it was a great experience for me. I wish I could go back and do it again sometime and just, you know, be a bit more open. Yeah, yeah, you never know. You never know. You got to keep trying these things. But if it does, it does. Like if it doesn't, like, it's no big deal. I mean, it's my fucking boat at the end of the day. Like nobody cares. Like,
Uh,
looks sick.
wow. So, you know, okay, let me ask you this then.
Yeah.
You know, you're not enamored with some of this stuff, but do you prefer writing over performing over studio work?
Oh, it's a great question. It's a great question. I'd give you like a 30% of each and 10% of just quietness. Um, to be honest, I love the performance. I really love the performance. Um, but I would say writing would be where my heart really lies with the whole thing. Like I would sit up all night long and just write and write the fucking to the wee small hours. It'd be 5 in the morning and my hand would be cramped up. And I'd have a book filled of just nonsense, just stream of consciousness. The my wife here. I used to read her poetry every night, you know what I mean? And it'd be like waves of poetry would hit her in the morning, and it'd be just be fucking all sorts of romantic. It would just go on and on and on. I felt sorry for her after a while, and I had to stop doing it because it was too much. It was getting to the just getting to the stage where it was becoming a bit obsessive. Maybe the poor girl has to put up with me, like. Um, but yeah, the writing has is great. I feel like I have to write so many bad songs to write one really good one. I have to
Well,
get all this shit out of me before I can
you know,
hit some gold. Yeah,
I've seen that you've credited your father in the past for your musical affinity, and you have a
yeah.
son. Is he going to be into music, do you think?
I don't know, but look, to be honest, I mean, I would love him to pick up an instrument for the fact that it does something to your brain. It I don't want to say it opens you up or anything like that. It makes me so happy. Like when I play, and I know how good it can make you feel. That's what I'm trying to say, and how lost you can get in it. Because the world's a tough place. Like the world's horrible. You don't need me to write bad songs to remind you how horrible the world is. You know what I
Mm,
mean?
mm.
That kind of thing. So I would not want him to have to be a working musician. I would not want him to tour and write albums and meet the people that you have to meet in this business because they're fucking awful. Some of them, they're horrible people, and they all come at you with smiles and, oh, we'll do this for you, so we will, and we'll pay for that. And you're like, oh fuck, what did you pay for it? And I don't own that anymore. Oh right, so you own all that and I don't. Okay, I wish I'd have known that going into it. Now I feel like such an idiot, and I've lost that music now. That's great, thanks. you know I would hate for him to meet some of the. He's going to meet them anyway, in any walk of life. Yeah, you'll have that.
Sure.
But I would love him just to play for himself. Just to pick up an instrument he's interested in, and just play for the mental kind of arithmetic of it all. And my new boy up there, little Hunter. I don't know. I hope I hope he picks up the instrument for the same reason. I hope he doesn't pick up any of my instruments because they're all mine. It took
Good
me
for you.
35 years to get these ones.
Good for you. Now,
Uh,
now I've seen that you've signed with 40 Below Records over here.
yeah.
So you're in good company there because, as a matter of fact, on the website, your photo is right beside good friends of ours,
All
Paul
right.
Paul Delorier and Anika Chambers.
Oh, that's brilliant.
They're very
Yeah, I
good
like
friends.
Eric. Eric's a good guy.
Yeah.
I
Actually,
think if I, sorry.
I just said I talked to Eric and I
Yeah.
asked him because I want people to know where they can get your records. Besides their website, he says you can get them in the brick and mortar stores and online. So anybody looking for your stuff can check out 40 Below Records or just go online.
Yeah. Yeah. Far away. That'd be great. Don't judge me too hard.
No, we wouldn't do that. We're looking forward to more. We're looking forward to more of your stuff for sure.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to getting more made. And yeah, I just have a really good feeling about the whole thing. Do you know what I mean? What's going to happen
Good.
next? And yeah, I'm keeping that spark going. I'm not letting anybody diminish that energy,
Well,
which is
good.
lovely. Yeah.
Uh, so what changed your direction from, being happy in those pubs and clubs and going to the bigger shows and the record companies? What is there one thing or more than one thing that,
I have no idea. It just kind of happened.
yeah.
I think it's like the natural progression of things. If you do something long enough, eventually you run out of places to go. You have to go further afield. You know what I mean? You have to kind of go way over there. And like I had to go to Moscow one year just to pay the rent because there was just no gigs anywhere else. There was no local stuff. I couldn't get a bloody gig anywhere. And then
Hmm,
this guy, Boris the Blade, over in Russia and Moscow, this is going way back. He's like, yeah, come to Moscow. I'll pick you up at the airport, and we'll do a string of shows around Moscow, and then I'll send you home. And so I did that, and
hmm,
it was great. It was brilliant. Like I made about, I don't know, £500 or something, and
right.
I paid the rent that month. That's the kind of lengths that we had to go to. I had to go to
Hmm.
the survival. You know what I mean? But yeah, I guess it's just from just doing it, just being out there, and your name kind of, it doesn't stay in one place for very long. If you're good or okay at what you do, you know, eventually people are going to hear about it, that love this kind of music, or love this kind of thing, and they're going to want to promote you, or do something with you, or put you on their festival, or give you a chance, give you a shot. And I think the music industry is always looking for fresh blood and people to rip off, and I think that helps as well to an extent. You have to use these things to your advantage. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you have a unique perspective on this business. I'll say that.
Yeah, I guess I do. Yeah,
No,
I
I
like.
get it. I get it. And let's face it, you're one of the lucky ones who's getting places, looking really good, getting somewhere. And so many of them are struggling. And
Absolutely, it's horrible.
you go to Nashville and you see, in the space of 24 hours, you'll see 100 phenomenal artists, and it has to be a little disheartening at times.
Oh, definitely. I think they get paid $50 for a session, and it's just like, what can you get for $50 these days? It's
Right,
heartbreaking. It is. It really is, because the talent has become secondary,
right,
if you could call it talent, or the musical soul has
right.
become secondary. You know what I mean?
Mm,
The actual soul of a person doesn't actually mean that much anymore.
right,
It's all about what they can do with you and what they can get from you, and that's a horrible business model. It will not last.
right,
Trust me, it won't last. Like, it's on its last legs at the moment. If it doesn't change now, it's going to be gone.
right,
It's going to go to
right,
some waters it's never been in before.
right,
Um, but listen, the main thing is for people just to not give up. The main thing, doesn't matter what's going on. I know it's hard. It's fucking awful. I get it. But just whenever you really, really want to give up, whenever this, like, fuck, this is the last straw. If this doesn't happen, this is it. I'm done. I'm out. That's when you don't quit. Whenever you feel like you should quit, you don't quit. That's when
right,
you push. That's when you push. Right? That's
right,
when you kind of keep going, because you just, like, it's like that old saying, like, successful people were just losers that tried one more time.
right, right,
You know what I mean?
right.
Don't give up. Don't
Yeah,
lose your dream, even if it kills you. I know dying is kind of giving up in a way,
yeah.
but at least you went out on your own terms. Do you know what I mean? Even if it fucking kills you, like, just do it. Just keep going. It's gonna be okay.
Wow.
You
Yeah.
know.
You mentioned the band a few minutes ago, and joining people in the shows. Is there somebody you'd like to have walk on stage with you as a guest one night?
Oh, Tom Waits or Eric
Yeah,
Johnson,
yeah,
for
yeah,
sure. Fuck,
yeah.
please make it happen. I would die. I would literally just fucking collapse. I'd be like, you know what? I've had a great life. This is I can't best this. This is it for me. If I could just talk with Tom Waits for 5 minutes, I'd be a happy guy. So you got to level your, like, that's success to me. Somebody like Tom Waits, that's success. That's how I measure success. If
Right,
I met someone like Eric Johnson, that's a $1 million contract in my heart. You know what I mean? That means so much. That means a hell of a lot. Yeah, Eric Johnson is somebody I could definitely learn from,
hmm,
and I love his Zen kind of nature. He's so laid back about everything. I wish I had some of that. It's a struggle sometimes. Um, yeah, him and Tom Waits for sure, without a doubt. That'd be lovely.
yeah. Well, we'll get the word out there. We'll try to tell them.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah.
I've
No,
got fingers and toes crossed.
we'll work
Please.
on it. Now, we don't want to embarrass you further, but you have won so many awards over the last 5, 6 years. What does that do to you, for you?
See, to be honest with you, like, I keep forgetting that that's actually a thing. Um, I never really thought about it, to be honest with you. It just kind of happened. It wasn't for I didn't try to win anything or anything. It was
Sure.
never like, let's push for this thing, or, like, to me it just kind of was. It was it was kind of like validation that I was going in the right direction. That's the way I kind of looked at it. Was that, oh, this, at least this is something we can kind of put on the CV, or, like, we can tell,
Right.
promoters, or, like, or managers, or record, whoever runs the business. it looks good to win
Yeah,
awards like that, you know. Um, but I keep forgetting that that's actually a thing. It's weird, isn't it? It's
yeah,
not maybe.
yeah. Well, I could see your side of things, but you just mentioned it for someone who's trying to promote a show or get you into a festival. I mean,
Oh
those
yeah,
those things are important, especially like I mentioned, you go to Nashville, see all these artists with, nothing on their resume other than they're great.
yeah,
You
yeah.
need something to
You need
open that door.
yeah, you need a bit of grit or whatever. You need a bit of dirt under your fingernails, you know, to really get into that. Um,
Yeah, and to be honest, I mean, the British awards and the UK stuff, to me, are far more legitimate than the award crap over here.
I'm not going to say anything at all because I know how much trouble I could get into if I did open that wee box. And yeah, it's shocking. Like it's absolutely shocking. But it's the way it is. You know what I mean? It's been that way since the dawn of time. Really.
Right,
They just happen to put a nicer bow on it sometimes.
right. I'm basing that on what I've seen who has won. I mean,
Yeah, yeah, I get
and
that.
like I mentioned, Ireland, choosing Rory over, these pop guys, good for
Yeah,
them.
it feels right, doesn't it?
Yeah,
It feels like
absolutely.
it's not just me. Like it's like there's a lot of people feel the same way that
Right,
you feel
right.
about the exact problem that we're having right now with these award ceremonies. And
I mentioned your sincerity earlier, and that comes through, and that's all part of that. And uh,
yeah,
people, they lock into that, and
I think so. Yeah,
so
yeah, I think so.
you've got
But
that.
you're exactly right. You're right. You're 100% right with what you said. You know.
Well, I hate to say this, but we are running out of time. You're probably happy. Yep,
No, this has
you
been
have
great.
things to do, I'm sure.
Listen, I've been dealing with a baby for the past week. I'm exhausted. This has been a good wee change of pace. I'm only joking. It's been lovely. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you, and hopefully we will see you over here sometime, and I will
Yeah.
certainly do my part to get the word out to whoever I can, and
Thank you. Thank you.
uh, you
Keep in
know,
touch.
oh, for sure.
Keep in touch. You know, keep in touch, Bob.
I will. And again, thank you so much. Take care.
Yes.
Enjoy this tour. I hope you have a fantastic summer.
Oh,
And
we're gonna smash it, mate. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be brilliant. I can feel it in my bones. You know what I mean? I can feel it in my water. It's gonna be a hell of a time. You gotta stay positive. That's it. Take care. Thank you, man. Bye, buddy.
bye. Take care.